Let us continue hydrocarbons, alkenes. We have discussed chemical properties of alkenes. In that we have seen chlorination. Next we have to go for bromination. Now we will take alkane. It is taken for chlorination, for which we have used diffused sunlight. Otherwise, instead of diffused sunlight, we can heat the mixture. Next, bromination we will say. For bromination, we will take bromine. We will take. Here also diffused sunlight is required. But the rate of reaction, if you see, here rate of reaction is high. Rate of reaction is high, here rate of reaction is low. Next, iodination. For iodination, we will take an example, CH4. Iodine will take I2. Reaction takes place. We are getting methyl iodide and hydrogen iodide. So methane reacts with iodine to give methyl iodide and hydrogen iodide. What about rate of reaction here? Rate of this reaction is low even on comparison with the bromine. Here we can say this rate of reaction is extremely slow. And this reaction is what means reversible. This reaction is reversible. It is extremely slow and it is reversible, we can say. Reversible in the sense backward is there. So we have to prevent the backward in order to have forward. So how to prevent backward? To prevent backward, we have to remove this HI. This hydrogen iodide, we have to remove it. If we remove hydrogen iodide, then backward will not be there. How to remove hydrogen iodide, we'll see. To remove hydrogen iodide, we will add oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent is HiO3, otherwise HNO3. HNO3 we can use oxidizing agent, or HiO3 we can use as oxidizing agent. In the presence of this oxidizing agent, this -1 oxidation number converting into 0 oxidation number, that is I2. Then this is +5 oxidation number, it is converting into 0 oxidation number, that is I2. So -1 into 0 oxidation, +5 into 0 reduction. Okay, we'll balance this one. We'll keep here 5, 3I2, then 3H2. In this one, how the reaction takes place, we'll see. This -1 is converting into 0, that is iodine. This nitric acid, it is concentrated nitric acid we are taking. Corn nitric acid always converting into NO2. Corn nitric acid will convert into NO2, we can say. So therefore now we will balance this one, 2HI, 2HNO3, 2NO2 and 2 water molecules. So for iodination, we have to add iodine into the alkane as well as oxidizing agent. This oxidizing agent will convert this HI into I2. Therefore, forward will take place, backward will not take place. Next, we will go for fluorination. For fluorination, we will take alkane, we will add fluorine. What happens means, this reaction is explosive violence. This reaction is explosive violence because fluorine is a very high oxidizing nature. Therefore, it is explosive violence, we can say. So, order of reactivity of halogens, that we will say, order of reactivity of halogens. Order of reactivity of halogens means F2 is more reactive than Cl2, Cl2 is more reactive than Br2, Br2 is more reactive than I2. Then in the alkanes, how the order of reaction will be there in the sense tertiary will be greater than secondary will be greater than primary, like this will be there. So now we came to know that reactivity of tertiary hydrogen, secondary hydrogen and primary hydrogen. How this reactivity, this order will be there, that we will see. Reactivity order of primary, secondary and tertiary, that we will see now. Now I will take the compound like this, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH3, like this I will take, this compound I will take. In this compound, this hydrogen is primary hydrogen. This hydrogen is involving in halogenation. It is secondary hydrogen. This can go for halogenation. It is tertiary hydrogen. This also can go for halogenation. So rate of primary hydrogen, rate of secondary hydrogen, rate of tertiary hydrogen. This order will be 1:3.25:4.43. This is for chlorination at 300 degrees Celsius. Chlorination. This is for a chlorination at 300 degrees Celsius. Okay. So we came to know that primary hydrogen, secondary hydrogen and tertiary hydrogen involves in halogenation with the different rates. Sorry. Next, in the halogenation, if you use sunlight, then it is called photohalogenation, otherwise photolysis. Photolysis. Photo in the sense sunlight. So if sunlight, if we use for halogenation, then we can say the process is photohalogenation or photolysis, we can say. Instead of sunlight, we can use heating, that means high temperature we can use, that is 573 to 773 Kelvin we can use. If you use temperature, high temperature if you use, then the halogenation is called thermal halogenation or thermolysis. Thermal halogenation, otherwise we can call thermolysis. Now we will take alkane, that is propane we will take. We will take this for monohalogenation, monochlorination at 300 degrees Celsius. Now we are taking this propane for a monochlorination. So this propane is taken for monochlorination. What are the products we will get? That we will see. So one is this hydrogen can go for halogenation, then we will get a so and so compound. If this halogen, that means if this hydrogen, that is secondary hydrogen, is going for halogenation, means that is monochlorination we are considering. Okay, so we are getting this product. Now what is the percentage yield of the product? That we will see. Percentage yield of the product we have to see. Now the secondary percentage is 52%. Sorry, this is 48%. This primary is 48%. That means this product percentage is 52. This product percentage is 48. Now we will see rate of halogenation. You see the rate of halogenation, primary is going for 1 time, means secondary will go for 3.25 times. It is primary hydrogen is going for halogenation. We got the product here. It is secondary hydrogen. It is going for halogenation. We got product here. Now see the rate of halogenation and see the rate of halogenation and you see the percentage of product. Is the rate of halogenation and percentage of product, are they equal or not? You see. It is a 1:3, 3.25 times, means secondary product should be 3.25 times that of primary, isn't it? Rate. But here you see the percentage, it is 48, it is 52, means it is not 3 times that of this one. That means the yield is not only depending on rate, but also depending on some other. What is that? It is depending on some other factor also. What is that factor? That we'll see. Now we are taking this propane. Propane will give like this. Propane we are giving like this. Now chlorine is coming for attack. First chlorine will convert into free radical. That free radical is coming for attack here. It can attack this hydrogen, or it can attack this hydrogen, or it can attack this hydrogen. It is primary. In the same way, this one, this one, this one. So primary hydrogen is going for halogenation, means how many possibilities are there here? 6 possibilities are there for primary hydrogen going for halogenation. Next, secondary hydrogen is going for halogenation, means how many times is, means 2 times is there. 2 times possibility is there. Therefore, we have to consider even number of primary hydrogens available, number of secondary hydrogens available in order to say yield. So now we will say number of primary hydrogens availability is 6, rate of primary hydrogen from the ratio is 1. Then number of secondary hydrogens availability is 2, rate of secondary hydrogen for halogenation is 3.25. From this we will get a total rate, we will get total rate. So total rate we will see. The total rate is here 6.5, here 6, therefore 12.5 total rate. Now we will see yield, we will see percentage yield. So primary hydrogen 6 times is there, total rate is 12.5 times. A percentage yield is percentage we want, therefore 100. It is for primary. For secondary, 2 times secondary hydrogen is there, 2 times secondary hydrogen. This secondary hydrogen 2 times, rate is 3.25 for each hydrogen. Total rate is 12.5, percentage yield is into 100. Therefore, from this what we will get means yield of secondary hydrogen we will get. Yield of secondary halogen. Yield of primary halogen. Here primary hydrogen 6 times, rate of primary hydrogen going for halogenation is 1 time, divided by total rate into 100 for primary product. It is for secondary product. So here we are getting 48%, here we are getting 52%. So to say percentage yield, we have to consider a rate of halogenation as well as probability we have to consider. Probability means number of primary hydrogens, number of secondary hydrogens, that also we have to consider. So now we will take a isopentane we will take. For isopentane, what is the yield we will see. Okay. Now we are taking isopentane. Isopentane we have to take. It is going for halogenation. What is the percentage yield we will get for each, that we will see. Now this is going for halogenation. This going for halogenation means we will get product. What is that percentage? We will see percentage of this product obtained halogenation. Okay, here 3 primary hydrogens available. Rate of primary hydrogen going for halogenation is 1 by total rate we have to take, isn't it? So we want total rate. So total rate first we will find. First let us find a total rate. Then we will come for each. So total rate we want. So primary hydrogens means year 3, year 3, year 3, totally 9. Rate of halogenation for primary hydrogen is 1. Secondary hydrogen 2, rate of halogenation is 3.25 plus tertiary hydrogen is 1. For tertiary hydrogen, rate of halogenation is 4.43. 4.43. Now we will get a total rate. The total rate is how much? Means 19.93. So now individually we will see. So for this number 1, it is primary hydrogen 3, rate of halogenation is 1, total rate 19.93. We will divide this by total rate into 100. So here we are getting for a primary we are getting. So for this one, how much yield in the sense 33.5. So we are getting yield 33.5 for number 1 halogenation. Then number 2 will take. Number 2 means secondary hydrogen. Secondary hydrogen is 2 times present. For that rate is 3.25. Total rate is 19.93 into 100. So this on simplification we are getting a for secondary halogenation yield is 22%. Secondary halogen yield is 22% we are getting. It is by calculation. On calculation we are getting this much. So here how much we are getting means here for primary we are getting 30. 30 we are getting. Then this tertiary will take. For this tertiary we will see. Tertiary hydrogens 1, rate is 4.43, total rate is 19.93 into 100. So this we will simplify, we will get percentage yield. The percentage yield is 33%. Then we will take this primary and this primary. These two are equivalent. This not equivalent to this. Therefore, we are taking this separately. So this fourth one, that is primary. How many means 6? Relative rate is 1. Total rate is 19.93 into 100. For this, what is the calculated value? That is 14%. So 14% we are getting. So what experiment says that we will see. Experimental analysis gives what result? Experimental analysis gives year 33.5, year 22, year 28, year 16.5. So experimental analysis is closer to this calculated value. So this is at which temperature? In the sense at 300 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is greater than 300 degrees Celsius, then how the relative rate will be there for primary, for secondary and tertiary, that is 1:1:1. If the temperature is greater than 300 degrees Celsius, the relative rates for primary, secondary and tertiary will be equal. If it is less than 300 degrees Celsius, then only we can say 1:3.25:4.43. So when the temperature is high, why the relative rates are equal? Because number of collisions are dominating, therefore relative rates are equal. So next, we'll go for, up to now we have discussed chlorination, these relative rates for chlorination. Now we will go for chlorination as well as bromination. Both we will see. Both we will take. Now we will take a N-butane, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. N-butane we have taken. This we will take for chlorination. So chlorine will give, then sunlight will give, and the temperature we are giving 25 degrees Celsius. So what is the product we will get in the sense? We will take this for monochlorination. So we are getting the monochlorinated product, this one. This percentage is how much in the sense? 28%. Then secondary halogen, secondary hydrogen is going for chlorination. That monochlorination is this one. Here percentage is how much in the sense? 72%. Then we will go for bromination now. So bromination we are taking. So bromine, then sunlight will give, then temperature we are giving 127 degrees Celsius. Here monobromination. So first one is primary. So primary hydrogen is going for bromination. The yield is 2%. Secondary hydrogen is going for bromination. Secondary hydrogen is going for bromination. The yield is 98%. Secondary hydrogen has gone for halogenation. So yield we have said 98% we said. Now you see this chlorination yield and bromination yield you see. Here chlorination yield and bromination yield you see. Bromination yield is low for primary. Bromination yield is high for secondary. Next, we will take isobutane. We are taking isobutane. We are taking isobutane. This we will take for chlorination. So we are taking this for chlorination, chlorine, sunlight, and 25 degrees Celsius we are giving. We are getting the product. Primary hydrogen is going for halogenation. So we are getting primary halide. Here percentage yield is 64%. Then tertiary hydrogen is going for halogenation. We are getting tertiary halide. We are getting tertiary halide. Here percentage yield is 36%. Then we are taking this isobutane. Now we are taking this for bromination. Bromine, sunlight, 127 degrees Celsius. Temperature we have given. Primary hydrogen is going for bromination. Primary hydrogen is going for bromination. The percentage product is trace amount is obtained. Tertiary hydrogen is going for bromination. Tertiary hydrogen is going for bromination. The percentage product is nearly 99%. So now we will see the chlorination and bromination. For primary, bromination is a trace. For tertiary, bromination is nearly 99%. That means, in this case, we have seen bromination secondary percentage is more when compared to primary. In this case, we are seeing tertiary percentage is almost 100%, primary percentage is almost nil. But chlorination is not like this. Bromination only like this. So for bromination, it is depending on rate of halogenation, otherwise probability or probability of hydrogens available, otherwise it depends on both. That we will see. Now we will see for chlorination. For chlorination, what we have said here you see that for chlorination, this is number 2 means this one, this 2 is called number of hydrogens. This 3.25 is called rate of bromination, rate of chlorination for secondary hydrogen. It is number of secondary hydrogens. It is a rate of chlorination for secondary hydrogen. We are considering number of hydrogens availability and the rate of chlorination. Both we are considering for this. So for chlorination, we are considering rate of halogenation as well as probability. Probability means the number of hydrogens available. But in this case, for bromination, shall we consider rate of halogenation alone or probability of hydrogens? That means the number of hydrogens availability. Which shall we consider, or shall we consider both for bromination? Shall we consider rate of bromination alone, or shall we consider number of types of hydrogens availability also? That means it reveals that this experimental evidence reveals that consider rate of halogenation alone, rate of bromination alone we have to consider. We need not consider a number of hydrogens availability. That's what this experimental evidence reveals that. Why bromine behaves like this but not chlorine? Actually, chlorine is more reactive than bromine. When chlorine is more reactive than bromine, why this factor, the bromination is depending only on rate of bromination but not on number of hydrogens? What is the reason? Why it is behaving like this? Now, chlorine is more reactive than bromine, isn't it? Chlorine is more reactive than bromine. When chlorine is more reactive than bromine, why bromination? For bromination, rate of reaction alone we have to consider but not number of hydrogens. That means it is more reactive, therefore less selective. This is more reactive, therefore it is less selective. Where it is less reactive, whereas it is more selective. Therefore, since it is more selective, tertiary percentage is more when compared to primary. Here secondary percentage is more when compared to primary. Therefore, we can say bromination is more selective, whereas chlorination is less selective. So, lesser the rate of reaction, lesser the reactivity, higher the selectivity. Okay, so here we are coming to know that we are coming to which point in the sense? Lesser the reactivity, higher the selectivity. As per that, we are explaining this one. Therefore, for bromination, consider rate of bromination only. Don't consider number of hydrogens. We need not consider number of hydrogens. Okay. Next, we will take the compound CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, CH2, Cl. We will take like this. We have taken what in the sense 1-chlorobutane we have taken. This 1-chlorobutane we will take for further chlorination. This we have taken 1-chlorobutane. This 1-chlorobutane we will take for further chlorination. We will provide temperature 35 degrees Celsius. Further chlorination in the sense one more hydrogen we will replace by chlorine. So, which hydrogen can go for chlorination? For one more chlorination in the sense this hydrogen can go. This hydrogen also can go for chlorination. This can go for chlorination. This can go for chlorination. Now, what is the percentage yield of this hydrogen going for chlorination? Experiment says that it is going for percentage yield is 3%. Yield of chlorination by this hydrogen is 3%. It is 17 percentage. It is 50 percentage. It is a 25 percentage. Sorry. We can say these two are different because it is primary, it is secondary. Therefore, this percentage is more when compared to this, we can say. What about these two? This is secondary hydrogen, it is also secondary hydrogen, but percentage is this much difference is there. This means we can say it is primary, it is secondary. Okay. What about this one and this one? This is CH2, this is CH2, this is secondary, it is secondary, percentage yield is this much difference is coming. It is primary. This is primary, this is also primary. But percentage yield is here 25 percentage, here 35, here 3 percentage. Here also difference is there. This primary and this primary shows difference. What is the reason? That means, is there any factor playing a role here? Which factor is playing a role? The Cl, will it play any role? The Cl, due to the Cl, further halogenation, will it be affected? That means this Cl, is it showing any effect? Any effect in the sense, which effect we have discussed so far? One is inductive effect. Next, mesomeric effect. Next, electromeric effect. Next, resonance effect. Next, hyperconjugation. These are the effects we have discussed. In that, which effect is playing a role here? Because of some factor only, we are getting like this a difference in products. So the Cl is showing some effect. What is that effect that we'll see? Here, the Cl is having lone pair. How many lone pairs means 3 lone pairs present in this Cl. Then there is no pi bonds here. There is no pi bonds anything. Therefore, no pi bonds in the sense we need not talk about conjugation. Conjugation is not there in the sense we need not talk about mesomeric effect, resonance, hyperconjugation. And multiple bond, pi bond is there means we can talk about electromeric effect, that is also not there. So only possibilities inductive effect. Inductive effect means different electronegativities. Is there any difference in electronegativity? That we will see. Here electronegativity difference is there or not, that we will see. If electronegativity difference is there, then we can say inductive effect we can say. So now we will take Cl and carbon. For Cl, electronegativity is how much in the sense? 3.2. For carbon, 2.5. So electronegativity difference is there. The Cl shows higher electronegativity when compared to carbon. Therefore, the sigma bond migrates to chlorine. So sigma bond share is higher for chlorine, less for this carbon. Therefore, the Cl gets partial negative, this carbon gets partial positive. So we can say this carbon gets partial positive, we can say. Because of partial positive charge, some positive charge is given to this carbon. Some positive charge is given to this carbon. Some positive charge is given to this carbon. Now let us add these positive charges. Let us add these positive charges we will add. these positive charges we are adding, that magnitude is equal to this partial negative charge. This magnitude is equal to sum of these positive charges, isn't it? Okay. That means inductive effect will continue throughout the chain. But how the effect will be there, that we'll see. How the effect will be there. Inductive effect will, how the effect will be there, that we'll see. Here more positive charge like this will be there. Order of positive charge will be like this. That means here inductive effect magnitude is more. Here inductive effect magnitude is less. Here still less. Here even still less. Magnitude of inductive effect goes on decreasing if we go like this. Magnitude of inductive effect goes on decreasing like this. So we can say here inductive effect magnitude is more. Inductive effect magnitude is more here. Here we can say inductive effect magnitude is less. So more inductive effect in the sense it is pulling the sigma electron cloud to this side more extent. Therefore, availability of electron for this hydrogen is less. Here inductive effect magnitude is less. Therefore, it is pulling the sigma bond towards itself to less extent. Therefore, availability of electron for this hydrogen is more. So because of change in magnitude of inductive effect, availability of electron for the hydrogen is getting difference. Now we will go for this chlorination. Chlorination means what is the mechanism? First, this chlorine molecule is converting into chlorine free radical. Now this chlorine free radical is coming for attack. This chlorine free radical valence shell contains 7 electrons. It is in need of 1 electron to get octet. Therefore, it will attack this hydrogen to take 1 electron. Therefore, hydrogen has to come here with 1 electron. But availability is low here. Therefore, tendency of coming this hydrogen with 1 electron is less when compared to this. Therefore, it is going for less extent of halogenation when compared to this. So that percentage yield is less, percentage yield is more. Here even more because inductive effect is less here, still less. But here this primary percentage is more when compared to this primary percentage because inductive effect at this place is very much low when compared to this. Therefore, this primary percentage is more when compared to this primary. Why this is less when compared to this? Because it is primary whereas it is secondary. Therefore, percentage is less, percentage is more. Okay. So here halogenation percentage is getting difference because of this halogen shows minus I effect. So because of inductive effect, the percentage yield of halogenation for another halogenation, one more halogenation is getting different. Okay. So here we said inductive effect playing a role, we said. So, next we'll go for a halogenation by taking some other halogenating agent. So far we have seen halogenation by taking halogen directly. Now we will go for halogenation by taking some other halogenating agent. What is a halogenating agent we are taking? Means sulfuryl chloride will take. Sulfuryl chloride we are taking. It is a halogenating agent. This formula is SO2Cl2. Sulfuryl chloride we are taking. Now we will take alkane. We will take sulfuryl chloride SO2